During Gates' last 6 months at the Pentagon, Bill Daley was President Obama's chief of staff. He is now a CBS News contributor. Bill, good morning.
Hi, Charlie. How are you? Happy New Year.
So you have a book from the defense secretary who says the president wanted a way out, that he didn't have confidence in his commander, David Petraeus. He didn't consider the war his, and he didn't believe in his own strategy.
Well, I think it's rather unfortunate because in the year I spent with the president, I saw the exact opposite, to be very frank with you. I saw a president who was very committed, obviously, to support the troops, to support the policy of trying to decimate al-Qaeda, which from Afghanistan was their base to attack the United States. And that was the purpose of the surge, and that was the purpose of the action in Afghanistan, was to try to destroy as best we could al-Qaeda. And we've done, over the last number of years, a heck of a job for that, accomplishing that. I think it's unfortunate that we continue this rush for people to run out, and the secretary, who I have enormous respect for, is very clear in the book of his disgust with Washington and what's become of it. And part of it is based upon a sense that there's too much grandstanding. And this rush to do books by people who leave an administration while the administration is ongoing, I think is unfortunate. It's one thing as historians look back on an administration, but in the middle of it, when you're pursuing a war at the same time, and one that is very controversial with the American people and has been very difficult on our military, I think it's just a disservice, to be very frank with you. I understand while everyone wants to get out there and write a book and get on the circuit, but I think it's unfortunate.
Okay, let me just make one quick point, because Nora made the point early in the introduction that this is a man who's much respected in Washington, has served a number of presidents, and is calm and courtly in his personal style. But he also makes this point, that the NSC and members of the NSC and members of the president's team were meddling far beyond their responsibility and were dressing down four-star generals.
Well, I never experienced anyone dressing down a four-star general. Obviously, the NSC, made up of professionals, deal with the Pentagon, deal with the State Department and the intelligence agencies on behalf of the president and his policies. And there's a collaboration. I never sensed, to be honest with you, in the 12 months I was there, a conflict. There are strong disagreements. And Secretary Gates is someone who doesn't hesitate, nor did the four-star generals hesitate to express their opinions, which the president wanted. As Secretary Gates said, the president was very solicitous all the times. I was in national security meetings with the generals, with the intelligence agencies, to get their opinions, and listen to his staff at the same time. But that sort of dialogue is healthy, I think, and that's what I saw.
And we should point out, and Rita Braver is going to join us in a little while, that overall this book apparently, though, is very complimentary of the Obama White House and the Bush White House, where Gates says he agrees with the president on a lot of the decisions he made, said he made the right decisions when it came to Afghanistan. But while he offers some disappointment of Obama in this book, the Washington Post says that it offers contempt, outright contempt for Vice President Biden, the decisions he's made on national security. And on the point that Charlie was making, he says that Douglas Lute, the then Lieutenant General in the White House, that they were regularly engaged in aggressive, suspicious, sometimes condescending and insulting questions of our military leaders. Did that happen?
Well, I never saw such action in the 12 months I was there. Obviously, these are very difficult issues, and there's a lot of tension around the discussions on policy decisions and what's going on in theater. But the people on the ground were the people who were listened to mostly, obviously, because they're the people who have the ultimate responsibility on the ground to act on behalf of protecting our troops and pursuing the policy. But there was healthy dialogue. I never detected any sort of disregard or contempt or outright
so what are you saying about Bob Gates, then, that he got it wrong?
That's his opinion. No, look, that's his opinion. He's unbelievably respected. I have enormous respect for him, but I never heard him express those feelings to the president or to the situations that I was involved in, and I think it's unfortunate.
All right, Bill, thank you.